Starting your LLQP journey can be overwhelming. There's 4 modules, hundreds of pages, and one big goal: becoming a licensed insurance agent. So here's the truth. Thousands of people just like you have walked this path and succeeded. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So let's break this down. The LLQP has 4 modules. You have your life insurance, accident and sickness, segregated funds and annuities, and ethics and professionalism. Each one is an open book exam, which means you don't need to memorize everything. You just need a solid understanding and a smart study plan. And the best part, with the right approach, students achieve an 83% pass rate, and you can absolutely be one of them. So here's your roadmap. You want to plan for 6 to 8 weeks of focused study to pass all 4 modules. And this timeline I'm giving you has been proven to work. So week 1 to 6 is your foundation phase. This is where you review the modules that you need to pass in order to earn your LLQP license. Read through each module once to get familiar with the concepts, and don't worry about perfection at this point. Just get a lay of the land. Take notes on anything you find confusing and start to build your own notes and study package. These will come in handy when we get to the next phase, which is the mastery phase. But during this exploratory phase, I recommend spending 1 to 2 weeks per module, with ethics being the shortest because it has the least material. So maybe just a week for ethics. Now, weeks 7 to 8 is your mastery phase. This is where you do your final review based on the notes and the study packages that you've developed during the foundation phase we just talked about. And you start to narrow down on the weaker areas that need further review. So you want to take practice questions for every module because this is crucial. The practice questions will show you where you're strong and where you need more work. So you can focus your efforts on reviewing the weak areas and then test yourself again to see if you've made progress. At this point, you should be starting to see how these products work in real-world scenarios and focus on understanding needs analysis and product matching, as these types of concepts will make up a large chunk of each exam. So that entails understanding a client's situation and then recommending the correct products for them. And by exam day, you should feel confident and not just hopeful. Now let's talk about your daily routine, because quality beats quantity every time. So you want to study in focused 60 to 90 minute blocks. Your brain retains way more information in shorter but more intense sessions than a marathon cramming session. After each block, take a real break. Walk around, grab water, let your brain process what you've learned. And also make your study environment work for you. Find a quiet spot, turn off notifications, tell your family and friends that this is focused time. And here's a pro tip: try to study at the same time every day. Your brain will actually start to anticipate the learning mode and just subconsciously get you ready. If you don't have time for longer study sessions, that's okay. With our courses, we have a handy mobile app so you can study during your lunch breaks, on commutes, or really anywhere, anytime. 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, it all adds up. The key is consistency and not perfection. Now let's talk strategy. Since the LLQP exam is open book, your success will depend on knowing where to find information quickly. That means understanding the table of contents and where to find key references, especially for the areas that you may not know so well. If you do this, when exam day comes, you'll find answers in just seconds and not minutes. Second, don't just read the material passively or listen to it or watch the videos that we give you. Make sure you're actually engaging actively with the materials. That means explaining concepts to a friend or family member. It can be teaching it. If you can teach it, that means you understand it. Teaching forces you to break down complex ideas into simple terms. And if you don't want to bother your friends and family with this, you can participate in our LLQP peer learning community. It's free to join, and if you are enrolled in our LLQP course, you are already a member. It's filled with people just like you who are studying for their LLQP exams, and they'll help each other out. So you can help each other with concepts, motivate each other, and organize even online or in-person study groups. And third, practice questions or practice exams are non-negotiable. They don't just test your knowledge, they show you exactly what the real exam feels like. So take at least 2 full practice exams for each module. Review every wrong answer, understand why you got it wrong, and earmark that chapter or section for further study. This is where the real learning happens. So here's the truth about motivation. It comes and it goes, and that's normal. What matters is that you slowly build momentum. Celebrate the small wins, right? If you finished a chapter, hey, that's progress. Passed a practice exam, that deserves recognition. These small celebrations keep you moving forward, and don't be shy about sharing your progress in the learning community. You'll find others just like you that are ready to support you and cheer you on. And also remember your why. Why did you start this journey? Maybe it's financial freedom, career flexibility, the ability to help families protect their futures. Write down your reason and look at it when things get rough. And be kind to yourself. Some days are going to be harder than others. You might read the same chapter 3 times and still not understand what's happening. That's part of learning. Just take a break, come back fresh. And just keep in mind that progress isn't linear, it's cumulative. And stay connected with your fellow students. You're not alone in this, right? Share your struggles, celebrate your wins together, because community makes hard things easier. Now you're on exam day. When exam day arrives, if you followed all the steps we talked about, you're going to be ready. You've put in the work, you know your material, you've practiced under real conditions. Now it's time to make it count. So if you're writing the exam online, make sure you set up your space the night before and make sure you test out the technology beforehand. Some of the technology they use can be finicky. They might require you to clear your table of any papers and stuff. So just make sure you do that ahead of time. Then get a good night's rest. On exam day, read each question carefully. Use your resources and trust your preparation. You've got 75 minutes to answer 35 questions. 30 will be real graded exam questions and 5 will just be pilot questions that are ungraded, but you won't know the difference between the two. The exception is with the ethics module, which only has 20 real questions and 5 pilot questions. So with 75 minutes for each module, there's plenty of time to think through each question, so don't rush. Especially if you listen to us and you get familiar with the table of contents, you should have no problem with timing. And remember, this is an open book exam. That means you're not expected to have everything memorized. You're expected to understand concepts, application, and then where to find specific details within the reference material. Success in your LLQP journey is more than just passing the exams. It's the first step towards a career where you help families protect what matters most. It's the beginning of financial independence and professional freedom. Thousands have walked this path before you, and with our 6 to 8 week study plan, focused daily sessions, and the right strategies, you'll join them as well. Remember that you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be prepared, consistent, and committed in order to be successful. Your roadmap is clear. You've got the resources ready for you. Now it's time to take the first step. Your future as a licensed insurance advisor starts today. You've got this. So click the link below to access our LLQP exam prep course and start your journey today.